what do you do here? You're at like 1% in some of these polls. It's ugly. I mean, you're my friend, and I'm just, it's problematic where you are in the polls. And I know you say it's early, but it's really not that early. I mean, if you're in 1% in the polls and you don't pick up soon, what do you do? How do you make your decisions?
Well, Laura, I was at 1% in the polls 4 years ago. I was at 2% in the national polls 2 weeks before the Iowa caucus. I was at 4% in the national polls the day I won the Iowa caucus. So these national polls are really insignificant, and the polls in Iowa at this point are really not that important either because people are undecided. Look, I've been to 80 counties so far in Iowa, and that's the first race. That's the one that matters the most, and I hear it all the time. People are still, surveying all the candidates. It's a lot of confusion out there. A lot of people are interesting, and this thing is not going to sort out till the early part of next year. And what you have to do, and what I'm doing, is out there talking to people of Iowa. I'm going out there putting out ideas, talking about what our vision is for the future, laying out how I can get things, have a record of getting things done unlike anybody else in this field. And, you continue to plant the seed through the debates, get on people's lists. That's what's important right now, because what I found is that candidates will rise and fall, and what happens in August sometimes, I should argue most of the time, stays in August. It generally doesn't have that big of an impact on what happens in January and February of next year.
So you think Trump is going to flame out eventually?
I don't know, but what I can tell you is that if you look at the pattern of other candidates who have risen to these types of heights,
he's not like other candidates, Rick. I mean, I get it. We got to talk turkey here. Come on. I mean, you can't come on the show and say it's like he's like Michele Bachman. Okay, he's not beholden to any donors. And it's not a criticism of you, but when you have $1 billion to blow in a campaign, when Jeb says, I'm going to spend $15 million of negative ads, Trump says, I'll spend 5 times that. And he doesn't have to worry about offending Sheldon Adelson or anyone else on the campaign trail. He doesn't have to worry about any of that. That's why he's so powerful now. Now, if you had $1 billion and you could do that, you'd probably be really up in the polls too. So, but you don't have $1 billion, and so you have to worry about things that he doesn't have to worry about. And it is kind of the tyranny of money in politics that it makes it more difficult. And again, it's not a criticism of you, because you and I are the same on all these issues. But it is difficult for you guys to go to the public and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, when if you actually rose in the polls, someone like a Jeb Bush would try to destroy you and might be able to, because he has all that money.